How do you fight a war for 100 years? How many people die? There's not enough soldiers to die in 100 years. What's a 100-year war? What does it mean, 100 years war? What does it mean? Does anybody have any idea? 100 years war is like Hamas' strategy. You fight, you get plummeted, you get pummeled, come back again, you come back again. 100 years war, you fight a war, you win it, it's not over. You fight a war, you win it, it's not over. Why? Because you haven't crushed your enemy. You haven't defeated your enemy. You know what it means to defeat your enemy? What you need to do to Hamas. Make them curse the day they started up. Make them regret starting up a Yidden. That's how much you have to hurt them. And these Mishagoyim got to get that message. And we have to teach it to them. Because if they don't teach it to them, they're coming back tomorrow. And in 2 days again. And in 3 days again. Rachmana litzlan. You have to win. Not because Jews like to kill people, but because it has to end. Europe fought wars. They just never ended. They just fought, and then a bunch of soldiers died. So, okay, ceasefire! You know what ceasefire means? You'll bury your dead, I'll bury my dead. We'll take our sick to the hospital, We'll rearm, we'll meet again tomorrow and kill each other some more. See you tomorrow for more killing. That's how they fought wars in Europe. So you have to win a war. You know, winning a war is called in Lubavitch? I'll tell you what it's called to win a war in Lubavitch. It's called Pod B'Sholem Nafshi. B'Sholem means the war is over. We have to punch Hamas and punch him 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 and say, please stop punching. Now, if you know how nuts Hamas is, like my student told me this morning, the Abish is making Hamas hard, like in Mitzrayim, because they're being so irrational. But this is their strategy. We have to beat them and beat them and beat them. Say, please, please, please. One time. Once. Israel gets the Arabs to say, please, 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 it's over. You have to embarrass the Arabs. You have to humiliate them. You have to shame them. Because until you do that, they didn't lose. Just taking a break, come back tomorrow. The war never finishes. You know what's a real example of finishing a war and the war is over? The atomic bomb. When we dropped the atomic bomb on Japan, what happened? They didn't just stop fighting. They said, let's be friends. There's a very big difference in stopping the fight and let's be friends. The Germans lost World War I. Was the war over? I'm asking you. You understand? So winning a war doesn't mean that the hostilities are suspended, like they say in the newspapers with such wonderful elegance. Peace has returned, has still Baba-Mises. A war isn't over till it's over. And you win a war because you fight it till the end. Pada b'shalom. What's the secret to winning a war rather than just having ceasefire? What's the secret? Girls, I'm asking you a question. What is the secret to winning a war rather than, you know what the answer is? That you have a weapon that your enemy doesn't have. That makes the war so imbalanced that they regret fighting with you. If you're punching and I'm punching, we continue punching. But if I come up with a secret tool that you don't have, that creates such imbalance, such out of balance in the war, one side says, oh, we can't do this. And so that's when the war finishes. And if you know Chassidus and you know the Chazal, what was David HaMelech's secret for Pada B'Sholem Nafshi Mikrav L'Kibrab Ma'yamadi? You know how David HaMelech won the war decisively? You know what secret weapon the Yidden had? David HaMelech had? Tilim, Kapitel Samach Tes. I don't know where she is, Kapitel Samach Tes. David HaMelech was an old man. He couldn't fight anymore. David HaMelech sat in the palace. He was kicked out of Yerushalayim. He was in hiding. And he said Tilim. And as he said Tilim, Avshalom's soldiers, the other side was praying that Hashem should protect David HaMelech. You can't exactly fight with your enemy when you're hoping that your enemy is going to win. It messes it up, you understand? That's Pada b'Sholem. And that, girls, is Yetzias Mitzrayim. Yetzias Mitzrayim doesn't mean that you break the chains of your enemies. Yetzias Mitzrayim doesn't mean you take a big cutter and you break the locks and you get out of Golos. Yetzias Mitzrayim means that the enemy is gone. And the enemy is not gone because you beat him up. They'll come back tomorrow. The enemy is gone when you're free. The story of Yetzias Mitzrayim is not a story of Mitzrayim, it's a story of Yidden. Hashem came at the moment of Yetzias Mitzrayim and he put the lights on. Boom, the lights went on. They didn't stay on for long, but they went on. When those lights went on, you know what happened? The Jews felt not afraid. The Jews felt not uncertain. The Jews felt not weak. The Jews felt not lazy. They felt strong and clear, and they ran out of Mitzrayim. Because Hashem didn't take away their enemy, Hashem gave them freedom. In Chazal, it's brought in Chassidus as a qualification of that Chazal, Shem Geula Chadu. All Geulas are one. A Geula doesn't happen because you win a fight. A Geula happens because the fight is over, and there's a big difference. Winning a fight means tomorrow we'll fight again. The fight is over, we'll never fight again. How do you fight in a way that you're never going to fight again? You win with a higher power. That's Yetzias Mitzrayim. Pesach, we went out of Golos, not because the Mitzrayim got 10 makas and they were sick and tired of being beaten up. Hashem revealed himself not to punish Mitzrayim, to give us freedom. What do you think is going to happen when Mashiach comes? So Mashiach's coming. What do you think is going to happen? You have all these ideas, I don't know what. There's going to be an eclipse. There's going to be an earthquake. There's going to be a volcano. There's going to be a tornado. We're all going to wake up and it's Nacht Getag. Hashem is going to simply turn on the lights. When Hashem turns on the lights, it becomes clear. And it becomes clear, so there's a lot of aspects to that clarity. One of the aspects of that clarity is what we say on every single Yom Tov. Ata v'chatonu mikol ha'amim. Ahavta isanu. V'ratzisa banu. V'reimamtanu mikol alashenes. V'kidashtanu. V'kedaftanu. V'shimcha agol v'kodesh aleinu karasa. And all those news who don't speak Hebrew means Jews. After v'chatanu, when Mashiach is going to come, the whole world is going to see, including the fakakta yidden with the self-esteem issues, that the Eibishter chose us. That's what Geula means. And the Chazal say all Geulas have a commonality. You don't become free because there's no enemy. You become free because you're empowered with freedom. Yetzias Mitzrayim didn't happen because Mitzrayim was beaten up. Yetzias Mitzrayim happened because the Eibishter revealed himself to the Jewish people. And that's what's going to happen when Mashiach comes. So Tzemach Tzedek told us Einiklach. Pesach is the season for Geula. That means Pesach is the season not only that our enemies are defeated and they're pushed in the garbage, like Hamas, Yemach Shemam V'Zechram. Yemach Shemam V'Zechram, they're Shoyim Gemurim. They have to be defeated. And Jews don't like killing people. That's the big problem that we have. But if we want to not kill people, we have to kill Hamas now. Business off, till it's finished. It's very good I'm telling this to you because tomorrow you're going to go and you make strategy and you go, you make plans to kill Hamas. I mean, this is the blind leading the deaf. I mean, what kind of power do I have? What kind of power do you have? We're sitting in Brooklyn and we're talking about how the Israeli generals should fight the war. This is really, really helpful. But it's true. It is true nevertheless.